Unfortunately, fear is a big part of the gym. We have gym intimidation, but there's also a lot of fear when it comes to certain exercises. One in particular involves this plyo box behind me. Today here at E3 Strength, we're going to be going over box jumps and step ups. Good news, there's absolutely no reason why you have to do a box jump. A step up is a perfectly good and actually very functional exercise to do that gives you all the great benefits of doing a box jump. The great thing is it's not as impactful, and it's also going to be a lot easier and simpler so your mind doesn't overthink. Most of us are coordinated. We walk to and from places all the time, but that's typically what's going to happen when people get up on the box. They'll step up and then switch feet up top and step back down. So that means I just work my quad on my left leg and then my hamstring on my right leg. So if you really want to engage both muscles up and down and really work on speed and power, working on one leg at a time is the best way to do it. You can also throw in a high knee, which is actually going to push your pelvis forward, and when that happens, the glute on that same leg is going to work. Here's what I mean. As we step up and drive a knee and then step right back down, you have a lot more mobility in your hip. You're also forced to drive the pelvis forward as that knee comes up. One thing that might limit you is the height of the box. Most people can do a step up, so we have steps 4 to 6 inches high as well. And that's a great place to start for people who are recovering from knee injuries. However, if you're just uncomfortable but you want to touch on this exercise, a great way to do it is to turn your box over sideways. It takes a few inches off and makes things a little bit more simple. And then again, same principle. You want to drive up with one knee, really work on emphasizing that one leg. So you get the coordination between the hamstring, lowering you down, the quad powering you up, and that glute flex at the top to increase balance and power. Now for our young athletes and different people that visit us, a lateral move may be even better. This really helps to stabilize the inside and the outside of the knee while also working on generating power from your hips, which for our rotational athletes, golf, tennis, and baseball, this is huge. Same principle though. You really want to drive up and get that knee going as well, so that way you ensure the lockout of the hip, more mobility, more generation of power. And no matter how you do this, every time you're going to be assisting yourself from the bottom up. So it's not solely for one leg, and if it is, then that's where you may actually feel your knee, whether you do or don't have a knee issue. Lastly, let's talk about the box jump. This is a great one when developing power, specifically for athletes, but those people who are wanting to really get an increased heart rate in association with the strength that comes from using a plyo box for your legs, this is the move for you. But it just doesn't happen right away. A lot of people will hesitate and use 2 feet at a time, and you're really kind of cheating yourself. And all it is your subconscious fear of falling. So practice. That's what it takes. Do those little bunny hops, those little quarter steps, whatever it takes, and eventually you'll get to where you land 2 feet. No matter how you do it, you definitely want to use your arms not only for momentum but also for balance. When you land in any kind of impactful exercise, always try to land and absorb down. Now, jumping down will help to promote recruitment of the hamstrings, but for most purposes, it's not necessary. So you really want to work on the up for this one, landing softly and then step back down. Once you just have such a great rhythm, then try jumping up and jumping down. But really, the only difference is hamstring recruitment and increased heart rate. I hope that this video has been helpful. If it has, please give us a like, a comment, or a share. And let us know how E3 can help you guys in the future. Thanks.